Look around your home, take a moment to really observe your surroundings. What do you see? A lamp casting a warm glow that transforms the room? A chair, sturdy and reliable, offering a place to rest, perhaps a toothbrush resting by the sink? A small but essential part of your daily routine. We rarely pause to consider these ordinary objects, these silent witnesses to our daily lives. They blend into the background, unnoticed yet indispensable. Yet each one harbors a surprisingly rich history, a journey through time that intertwines with our own. Imagine the stories they could tell if they could speak. From the evolution of buttons, which have adorned our clothing for centuries, to the surprisingly recent adoption of the fork, an item we now take for granted at every meal. This essay delves into the unexpected narratives of seemingly mundane household items. Each object has a story, a purpose, and a place in our lives. These objects are not merely tools, they are companions in our daily existence, shaping our routines and habits. They are artifacts of human ingenuity, testaments to our evolving needs and desires. Through them we can trace the arc of human progress from the simplest tools to the complex devices of today. So next time you pick up a fork, sit in a chair or turn on a lamp, take a moment to appreciate the history and innovation behind these everyday objects. They are more than just items, they are a reflection of our journey as a species. In their quiet presence, they remind us of the passage of time and the continuous thread of human creativity that binds us all. The button, a seemingly insignificant object, yet it holds a place on our clothes, a constant companion to our daily routines. But the button wasn't always about practicality. Early buttons, dating back to the Indus Valley civilization around 2800 to 2600 BC, were decorative, fashioned from shells and bones. These weren't just adornments, they were status symbols, markers of wealth and social standing. The evolution of the button mirrors technological advancements. Medieval Europe saw buttons crafted from precious metals, further cementing their role as indicators of affluence. The 18th and 19th centuries ushered in mass production. Buttons, once the reserve of the wealthy, became accessible to all. Materials ranged from the practical, like wood and glass, to the bizarre, such as cow stomach linings known as horn buttons. The invention of celluloid in the late 19th century revolutionized button manufacturing, offering a cheap and versatile alternative to natural materials. The pursuit of a sparkling smile is ancient. Early civilizations employed rudimentary tools for oral hygiene. Chewing sticks, frayed twigs with bristles at one end, were common in ancient Egypt, Babylon, and China. The first bristle toothbrush, resembling the ones we use today, emerged in 15th century China. It featured a long, narrow handle made from bone or bamboo and bristles sourced from the coarse hairs of Siberian hogs. The sewing needle, a slender instrument of metal, holds within it a profound legacy. Its story takes us back to the Paleolithic era, approximately 50,000 years ago. These early needles, crafted from bone and ivory, were essential for survival, used to assemble animal hides into clothing and shelter. The invention of the eyed needle, a development attributed to the ancient Chinese, revolutionized sewing. It allowed for more intricate and durable stitching, transforming clothing from a necessity into an art form. The fork, a utensil we take for granted, has a surprisingly tumultuous past. Its journey from a simple tool to an essential part of our dining experience is both fascinating and complex. Once considered an instrument of decadence and even sin by some, its adoption was slow and met with resistance. In medieval Europe, the fork was often viewed with suspicion and even disdain. It was seen as an unnecessary luxury, a symbol of excess that went against the more austere values of the time. While spoons and knives have ancient origins, the fork didn't gain widespread acceptance in Europe until the 16th century. This was a period of significant change, marked by the Renaissance and the Age of Exploration. As new foods and culinary techniques were introduced, the fork began to find its place at the table. Prior to that, fingers and knives were the primary eating implements. People would use their hands to tear apart food, and knives were used for cutting. This method was not only messy, but also less hygienic, especially as dining became more communal and elaborate. The fork's rise in popularity can be attributed to changing table manners, increased emphasis on hygiene, and the growing consumption of foods not easily handled by hand. As society evolved, so did its dining customs. The fork became a symbol of refinement and sophistication, reflecting the cultural shifts of the time. Today, it is an indispensable part of our dining experience, a testament to the enduring allure of this simple yet revolutionary utensil. The mirror, a portal to our own reflection, has captivated humanity for millennia. Early mirrors, made from polished obsidian, pyrite, and other reflective stones, offered glimpses into our physical selves. The invention of glass mirrors, coated with a thin layer of reflective metal, revolutionized the way we perceive ourselves. Mirrors became more than just tools for checking appearances. They transformed into objects of vanity, introspection, and even art. The zipper, a marvel of interlocking teeth, is a relatively recent addition to our world. Invented in 1893, it was initially marketed as a fastener for boots and tobacco pouches. It wasn't until the mid-20th century that the zipper gained widespread use in clothing. Its adoption coincided with the rise of fast fashion, offering a quick and convenient alternative to buttons and laces. The objects that surround us in our homes are more than just conveniences. They are the silent witnesses to our lives, holding memories and stories that span generations. Each item, whether it's a piece of furniture, a decorative item, or a simple household tool, carries with it a piece of history. These objects are not just functional, they are imbued with the essence of those who have used them before us. They tell tales of innovation, adaptation, and the ever-evolving human experience. They are tangible links to the past, each with a story to tell. Consider the antique clock on the mantelpiece, ticking away the seconds just as it did in a grandparent's home decades ago, or the vintage photographs that capture moments frozen in time, offering glimpses into the lives of our ancestors. These items are more than just decorations. They are bridges to our heritage, connecting us to the people and places that came before us. The button, once a symbol of status, now serves a practical purpose on our clothes. In the past, buttons were often made of precious materials and were a sign of wealth and social standing. Today, they are ubiquitous, found on everything from shirts to coats, yet each button still carries a bit of that historical significance, a reminder of how even the smallest objects can have a profound impact on our daily lives. The toothbrush, a tool for hygiene, reflects centuries of evolving dental practices. From the twigs and bones used by ancient civilizations to the modern electric toothbrushes of today, this simple tool has undergone significant transformations. Each iteration tells a story of scientific advancement and changing attitudes towards health and cleanliness. The toothbrush is a testament to human ingenuity and our relentless pursuit of better living standards. These objects, often overlooked, weave a rich tapestry of human ingenuity, cultural values, and technological advancements. The everyday items we use without a second thought are the result of countless innovations and improvements over the centuries. From the humble spoon to the sophisticated smartphone, each object represents a milestone in our collective journey. They are the physical manifestations of our creativity and problem-solving abilities. As we go about our daily lives, let us take a moment to appreciate the humble objects that shape our experiences, connect us to the past, and remind us of the enduring power of human innovation. These items are more than just tools or decorations. They are the threads that weave the fabric of our lives. By recognizing their significance, we honor the legacy of those who came before us and inspire future generations to continue the tradition of innovation and creativity. So next time you pick up a seemingly mundane object, remember that it holds within it a story of human endeavor and achievement.